Doria Ragland endured cruel nickname from stepdaughter Samantha Markle. Doria Ragland endured a cruel nickname from her stepdaughter Samantha Markle when she married her father and had another daughter, Meghan Markle, according to a royal biographer. Doria has managed to stay out of the spotlight, despite her daughter hitting headlines around the world, as Meghan pointed out in her interview with Oprah Winfrey. By contrast, Meghan's half-sister Samantha - her father Thomas Markle's daughter from his first marriage - has written a tell-all book about the Duchess. In her interview with Oprah, the Duchess of Sussex recalled how both her mother Doria and father Thomas were hunted down and contacted by the press. She also described how her father had lied to her about working with the media to stage paparazzi shots directly before her wedding. She compared his actions with that of her mother Doria, who has never spoken to the media about Meghan. She said, "Everyone has accountability. Look, they've hunted my mum down and you've never heard her say a word. She's remained in silent dignity for 4 years watching me go through this." When asked about Samantha and her tell-all book, she said, "I think it would be very hard to tell all when you don't know me. I mean, this is a very different situation than my dad. When you talk about betrayal, betrayal comes from someone you have a relationship with. I don't feel comfortable talking about people that I really don't know, but I grew up as an only child, which everyone who grew up around me knows. And I wished I had siblings. I would have loved to have siblings. That's why I'm so excited to be pregnant, so Archie has someone. I mean, the last time I saw her must have been 18 to 19 years ago, and before that 10 years before that." While Meghan and Samantha share the same father, they have a 17-year age gap, meaning Meghan was still a baby when Samantha moved out of the house. However, Meghan's mother will likely remember what it was like being her stepmother for a few years, especially given the cruel nickname she reportedly gave her, the maid. According to the book Meghan, a Hollywood princess, Doria came into Samantha's life when she was a teenager and their relationship was not exactly plain sailing. Samantha's mother Roslyn reportedly told royal biographer Andrew Morton that her daughter was not a particularly tolerant young woman. What's more, her brother Thomas Markle Jr. reportedly said she would dismiss Doria's presence in the house when her friends were around. She even apparently referred to her as the maid, although Samantha's best friend disputed this. She told Mr. Morton that she does not recall her using that language, and if she did, she ascribes it to her sour Chicago sense of humor. Meanwhile, Thomas Markle Jr. apparently did not pay much attention to Doria as he was too busy hanging out with his own friends at the time. Whatever his children thought of her, however, Doria seemed to have a good influence on Thomas Sr. Mr. Morton wrote, "He was more relaxed, frequently taking time off work, cheery and light-hearted. In short, he was happy." This was significant when it is considered that Thomas Sr. was naturally an extremely hard worker who could spend 80 to 90 hours per week at work. At the time, he was the lighting director on ABC's drama General Hospital, for which he was nominated for numerous awards. It was on the set of this TV show that he first met Doria, who was training as a makeup artist. Despite being 12 years her senior, they soon got together. Despite Samantha's attitude, Doria brought a sense of family to the house. Mr. Morton wrote, "When she arrived, everyone was used to going their own way. Tom Sr. worked every hour of the day and night, Samantha was out clubbing with her friends, while Tom Jr. was smoking weed with his own crowd. She brought them together as a family. Doria was seen as the hippie peacemaker." This was cemented when she took Thomas Jr. to the animal shelter and let him choose a new family dog, which they called Bo. Sadly, their union was not to last and they actually split up when Meghan was still very young. She split her time between their houses, but as she got older spent more time at her father Thomas' house. However, these days, Meghan and her father are not on speaking terms. On Samantha, Meghan told Oprah, she changed her last name back to Markle - I think she was in her 50s at the time - only when I started dating Harry. So I think that says enough. Meghan, a Hollywood Princess was written by Andrew Morton and published by Michael O'Mara in 2018. It is available here. Oprah with Meghan and Harry is on ITV at 9 p.m. on Monday, March 8. You can watch the full interview afterwards on the ITV Hub.